Sega.
Microphone, there we go. Microphone's on. Last I'm going to do is get started and not have my microphone turn on. That wouldn't be the first time that has happened before. And I think everything is good to go. So, let's go and get started. We'll first start off this British versus Wehrmacht game. Let me open up. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn right side, top right side, as the British forces, we got Sky is the Limit. So on bottom left side as the Wehrmacht force, we got Pasta Man 2v2, who's not playing a 2v2. His name is incorrect, so he should be defeated. And executed. And thrown out the window. But the river is too much. Pioneers, multiple pioneers being employed in the field. Howdy. Oh, sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to download the replay you sent to me last week. Let me do that.
Infantry section ready.
Either way, I think you sent me a 2v2, and it's always a good idea to start off with a 1v1 to help me warm up. Ghostly's doing some cap walking, using that abuse.
Message over. CP ready for orders.
Has not redeployed the HQ. We've got multiple pioneers now being employed in the field.
Capture complete.
That will help him rapidly capture the large part of the map. Of the cap walk, not so much. Looks like the squad did teleport to this guy here.
Target secure.
Let's see if it's morning there. Let's see, I'm trying to... Oh yeah, didn't you say you were like from... Let's see. It would be 4 a.m. if it's Australia or part of Australia. I can't remember if you said you were from Singapore or from Australia. One of the parts of Australia. I only really know somewhat the time zones of Australia since I did a couple conversations and Discord calls with the General's Gentleman, Callum. Mostly about my Company Heroes 2 mod and a little bit of Ashes of Singularity, some replays.
Ready to receive.
Australia, 6 a.m. Got it. Plus, not all countries have the same daylight savings. Did I forget to mention how much I hate daylight savings? I hate daylight savings.
Radio on here.
The Lee Enfield carrier is advancing. Pioneers here. Looks like I got a Battle Phase 1 being established now. Not Battle Phase 1. Wrong Company Heroes game. Skirmish Phase. Maybe going straight for Grenadiers. Maybe for a 251 half track. Either way, he has a good amount of income coming on in, but this cutoff sector will be cut off, which will cause extreme troubles. He is advancing down this way. Does eat a machine gun burst. This single Pioneer model actually stun locking the Bren carrier quite a bit. I wonder if that was on purpose or accident. Either way, he took quite a bit of burst there. He dismounts. I have no idea what he's going... Oh. You asshole. Okay, that just straight up asshole. Fresh Pioneer looks like, getting peppered up a little bit. He needs a Goliath, but he probably doesn't have enough munitions for a Goliath. Maybe he actually had all the sectors. He doesn't have... How effective are Goliaths for slit trenches? I have no idea. Multiple Pioneers now falling back. He's trying to go for the Kriegsbarracks here. Shooting down the slit trench is not a horrible idea. Does remount out, cancels the slit trench there. Garrisons the bunker. Of course, the building is somewhat vulnerable to small arms at this moment in time. Wipes up both those Pioneer models. This singular Pioneer can be reinforced by this bunker. He has recaptured the cutoff sectors, so I don't know. If stormtroopers would be good if possible. We probably not have enough command points for that. You could try building queue up another Wehrmacht quarter here. You can build the same structure multiple times, so maybe queue up another Wehrmacht quarter over here if he has enough resources for it. This squad can dismount and build the bunker. Let's see, getting peppered up. Oh, we got a Flammenwerfer. Getting inside with the bunker would have been ideal, so maybe a soft retreat back would have been better than a hard retreat. Does lose that Pioneer squad, taking quite a bit of damage there. Does keep 4 models alive, so is able to do drive-bys. Pioneer is trying to focus it down. And starting to fall back now. Building the Wehrmacht, the Kriegsbarracks. Probably has a decent amount of resources. One way he could stop all of this, if he had trouble securing his own base sector, is to build a forward HQ and start building assets from there. If you have trouble with that sort of play. Kriegsbarracks now established. I don't know what would be built. I think 251 half track would be best. Field support truck floating field. Maybe we're going to go for a fast captain to Stuart. There's another reason to hate Brits. I also believe you have to have, if you have 2 Bren carriers in the beginning with 2 intersections, it will allow you to win the game by just sitting in front of the units of base. I can see that. Like I said, I've always said British faction is more of a faction of gimmicks. They don't necessarily win a stand-up fight, or they either A, have to use gimmicks like Bren carriers, blob, abuse things, and that's part of their design. Because if the Brits can't make any units without them dying or build new buildings, you can just focus making new units yourself to capture the rest of the map and clean up. Yep.
Capture move complete.
Ready. Supply lines are broken. We have a
Of course, the whole blogging I was trying to say before intensifies how officer veterancy works, and the fact that scope rifles are the only thing that can move independently along commandos. British just need a full faction redesign. Maybe something happens to the Finn edition, but I will probably never find out. Pioneer may get wiped out. No, it does not. Oh, it does. Those predicts the Bren can self-repair. That's more probably that came about because there was no initial Royal Engineers to do manual repairs. That's the same reason why in Couple Years 2 they implement the same thing, because they didn't have Royal Engineers available immediately in Tier 0. So they do have early Grenadier. I think 251 half track would have been best.
We're receiving confirmed reports that Jerry's attacking the forward base.
Not sure what it means by forward base. Maybe destruction entirely. We got the Bren carrier. Looks like you use the self-repair ability. Stuart now deployed in field. Hopefully the sapper he deploys out. Yep, he is building sapper now. Will be a repair sapper. And greatly increases longevity.
Forward operations building is under attack.
Pancheck straight forward. Cancel shot can be likely. Infantry section here may get wiped out.
Territory from us.
Once he sees Stuart, maybe inside the garrison be best. Looks like the scope rifle squad may be picked off. He's focusing it, but they're dancing around quite a bit.
Territory out of supply.
Here comes a cancer, negative cover. Nope, didn't have time to fire the cancer, immediately retreat back. Probably saw the negative cover there. Pioneer gets gunned down by the lieutenant. Got a Bren carrier there. Got another grenadier here.
The Germans are taking one of our strategic points.
Section does inside the church. You can throw a stick grenade at the door. Target destroyed. Okay, that was the tank trap there. Sometimes the Stuart's going to get a good shot for the backdrop there. Does man tree down back. Repair sappers, very nice. Overhealing the Stuart, making him very durable, particularly against those
Supply lines
canisters.
are broken. We have a territory cut off from supply.
Wait, am I stupid? Was the captain over there, I guess? Yes, the captain was over there. Ugh, the captain retreat's also a very buggy thing. I think they learned in Company Heroes 2 that the reason why the retreat back to the major can be cancelled mid-retreat is because it spawns an object that counts as a retreat point. And the captain could gain that attribute, but there's a reason why things like that got changed in Company Heroes 2. They actually made it far more consistent as whatever that was.
Victory point captured.
Grenadiers push forward. Oh, I can take a look at that. Most of the threes I cast are not too particularly great because it's generally a little bit on the noobish side. The player pool for 3 of these must be not too significant.
Let's shift it. Jerry's overrunning one of our
Slit trench now trying to be built. We do now have a British landmine there.
Point is being overrun.
Triple capture for the Brits, and the tickets just got flipped, so now he has lead. Grenadiers will take a bit of damage. Pack 30 up here. Got these forces pushing forward. The number of rifles there. Scope rifle squads. Captain sprinting his way forward.
Enemy contact!
Throws a grenade out. Gives a decent amount of damage there. Throws another grenade out. That one's going to be much better. Force the repair sapper back while wounding the scope rifle squad. Pioneers do have veterancy 1 now. They got to be very careful with the canister. I do think any of my 3v3s are newbie, but I do find play against people who think they can just smash their bar rifles repeatedly. Ah, yep. It just feels like a lot of games, the more newbie the game, the more people understand what's the term? What was the code from Computers 2? The F word gets thrown on the battlefield quite a bit, but the most important F word is flanking. Oops, stick grenade was summoned. Grenadiers are falling back, taking a little bit too much damage. There's a lieutenant supported 3 infantry sections, so there's a lot of firepower there.
Destroyed a German target.
Grenadiers getting overran. Stick grenade thrown. Pack 30 connects. Grenadiers do get wiped on out. Does not fire up a shot there. Didn't finalize shooting. And does manage to rotate around. Pack 30 getting distracted by the slit trench. Don't know if this pan truck's being upgraded here, but he needs one. What is the Pack 30 doing? It's like flinching out horribly. Stag down opponent field. Repairing up the Stuart here. These are the pioneers. Oh, maybe got distracted by that, but these guys looks like not being repaired. Oh, he just out of the game. This Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Bit of a warm-up game. Not a great game. I just saw Brits versus Veramok. I know people want me to cast more of those games. Let me go fetch those replays. One, two, three. And there's your other one from last week. Minimize. Oh, that's maximize my VTuber window. Keep it small because I found out that if I keep that window large, my VTuber model large, it does affect the quality of the VTuber model, but if it gets too large, it actually eats an unusually high amount of resources, weirdly enough. And I can feel my computer sort of just running the program at full, like, strength. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, there we go. And pull up this window back up, minimize that, minimize that. Yep, everything's back up and running. Game history, delete this one. And there's some 3v3s. Hill 331, Hedgegrove or Hedgegrove. Nice little mix. So let's do one of these. I sort of recognize more players in this one, so let's do this one. I wish the Wehrmacht officer functioned like the Brit lieutenant with the buffs because no one uses the Wehrmacht war. Yep, believe it or not, in Company Heroes 2, a lot of the aspects like construct faster was just imported as part of the captain of Free Squad, and even then, people don't even use those aspects. Either way, let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn bottom right side as the Wehrmacht player. We got Idiocracy. Spawn as the magenta or purple Hensley player, we have a foreign name. Spawn as the green Wehrmacht player, we got Tiger. Spawn as the orange USF, we got Nato. And spawn as the yellow British force, we got W. But he won't be able to tame that. That W clearly stands for Wario. No, it stands for Wumbo. And spawns the other US force, we got Snox. Snox? Yes, that W definitely means it's set to Wumbo. Oh, looks like he's speaking some sort of form of foreign. I think that's Chinese. I think I'm starting to determine that Chinese is very complicated when it comes to symbols. Japanese is a bit more simplistic. And Korean has a bunch of circles. That's the one way I can tell Korean apart from Japanese and Chinese pretty easily because Korean has a bunch of circles on their symbols. But I still have trouble separating Japanese and Chinese. We got our rifleman there. Kaliningrad pushing way forward. Observation post, observation post. So we got multiple observation posts. Looks like trying to get that fuel income. See, that's a little. Now an observation post. Observation post. Oh, that may be a little bit too many observation posts for Team Southside. But they will try to maximize the fuel income. These are low yields. Low yields provide +5, so this will give them +9. A very British, not British, a very German number. 9. That and 8. Or double 8s. Or the flat 88s, clearly. Or for the number of keys on the piano, which is 88. Or the number of constellations in the night sky, which is 88. 88 is actually a pretty common number. Apparently there's an opening there into the space. I never realized there's an opening there, but Panzergrenadiers are assaulting the base, which is not very useful, honestly. They may take out machine gun placement. Observations poses going down because there's no escort because he's attacking this opponent's base directly. All of your base belongs to us. Another Panzergrenadier here. Our squad rotated around, hitting the Panzergrenadier, which is good. Nope, he's going to focus on the observation post. Moved enough for that, which is probably a good idea. To be fair, yeah, it is facing this way, towards your teammates' part of the map. It's actually facing a really bad spot, isn't it? Maybe it was usually designed with the Panzer Elite Flak 80, or not Flak 88s, Flak Irvings. Go for squad, engage in here. Rifle squad, decapturing fuel sector. Oh, is he throwing incendiary grenades on top of himself? What happened there? Another Panzergrenadier. Pioneers. Ready to engineer a new future. Pioneer a new future. It involves a lot of fire. Sometimes you just gotta watch the world burn. Pioneers are advancing. Why is this player building here? What is this, this Wehrmacht player doing? He just straight up abandoned this left side of the map. Entry forward hitting this rifle squad. Another incendiary grenade there. Panzer players being too aggressive with incendiary grenades. I somewhat understand versus Brits. We'll just make sure you have incendiary grenades for the slit trenches. Oh, booby traps been triggered. Way up here. Delay response, but does avoid the incendiary trap. Has a longer delay time. Kaliningrad taking a bit of damage here. Kaliningrad has gone down. Best use of Burgundy to get that recovered. MG42 advancing, which can help lock down this part of the map. Flamethrowers. They love playing with fire. Ooh. Those are frag grenade, which is not super useful against mass pioneers, honestly. Entire formations being overran. Oh, packed the MG42 at a horrible time. Did wipe out at least one of those rifle squad. Pioneers need a full withdrawal. And they have a marathon in front of them, as they have to treat all the way back over here where there's a bunch of riflemen and a sniper there. Oh, engineers deploying a demolition charge. Very nice. But looks like all these pioneers about to get wiped on out. I have no idea what this Wehrmacht player is doing. Oh, Goliath. Don't go for the engineers. Will that destroy the bunker? He interrupt the deployment. Well, of course, hit and miss system in Computers 1's always weird. MG42 backing on off, which is distracting the flamethrower, self-impeding the flamethrowers. Sending on up now. Destroys the bunker. Hitting the riflemen. Suppresses the rifleman squad. Keeps the flame engineers alive. He keeps everything alive. Throw the MG42 inside the garrison. And help keep the area secured. Pioneers building stuff. Wait, what? Fast battle phase? Pioneer to fast battle phase? Yubble. Not necessarily a great idea, but we'll see how this goes. So, of course, we need to build the Panzer Command. Maybe... Don't need a Panzer IV or a straight Ostwood. Or a Knights Cross Orders, of course. Looks like this tree is on fire. Oh, something exploded. Looks like a mortar deployed out. Mortar half-track. Another fuel observation post. It's keeping good eye on the fuel. Lots of landmines. Declaring the land as mined. Do have three munitions observation posts from his teammate. Wait, that one's purple. Oh, no, that's just the point. The observation post is from the blue Wehrmacht, not the green Wehrmacht. Way too many observation posts, but we'll see if it pans out. At least he's secure the land is mined.
Attacking secure territory of the fatherland.
Panzer push way forward. Or the Panzer League player is playing relatively traditionally, barring over on MG. Hope he goes for a short barrel Panzer IVs. Oh. STGs.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
I hear snipers. Here they are. Which, of course, 2 snipers is going to be very useful against the Pioneers.
Jawohl, Mynheer.
Building the Panzer Command. 33 fuel. So probably first team's going to be Knights Crossholders. Then we'll probably see some sort of armored asset. Right now, Austin would be the best armored asset. Anti-infantry and supply yard is built. Replacement bunker there's not a terrible idea. To be honest, he could just put a bit more focus there. But this is a relatively safe spot for it and help cover this angle here as well if they ever pop up there. Not a bad idea, but
Cowards attack forward base. Plane initiated.
oh, we do have now the Pterodactyl selected. So he's going to have plenty of munitions to bring in and drop on their opponents with right now 73 munitions per minute. Yeah, Pterodactyl seems pretty fun this time around. MG bunker? Oh, no, that's Goliath. I was expecting an upgrade, not an explosive. Oh, booby traps some triggered here. It is high explosive trap. And luckily, oh, finds another landmine. US players assigned to just
They're
explode.
losing territory.
Why does the hedges seem like they're all destroyed? Am I crazy? It's the same hedge model in a repeated, so it looks really out of place. Because you got the dead branch, dead branch, dead branch. It's almost like the entire hedge line's dead, barring all the green. We know what they say, it's not easy being green.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Firestorm got summoned right here. Explodes a rifleman. Howdy. Rifle squad is getting immolated. One model there. Oh, he didn't get burned to death. He just exploded. This US player just loves exploding. Black Panther awesome deployed in the field. Very nice. This US player is just... he is not having a good day. Because he's just getting triple teamed. This US player is not being aggressive enough. He has multiple flamer engineers here. MG42 in a good position. Going for, I'm assuming that's MG bunker here. They have plenty of munitions income, so they're able to spam out Goliath. So it could be another Goliath. Does explode here. The British player is not being aggressive enough, it seems like. We got a Stu and a Black Panther also. Somehow the Stu's already efficiency too. They see the motor pool. Focusing that down would be a good idea. It'll help stop the deployment of any AT gun. Oh, we got paradrop AT gun. This US player, he's desperate. He needs the AT gun paradropped on in. Is this being built? Yep, it's being built. So Cromwell would be a good idea. Does see sticky bomb. Engine damage there. Piets are hitting the Stu. With the mass Piets, best way to continue to go for the Panzer D players to go for a short barrel Panzer IVs. Another Firestorm being cast somewhere around here.
Friendly base is under attack.
Yep, Firestorm was being summoned there. Goes down, finds on the landmines. Probably should have brought in the Firestorm on top of the motor pool and taking that out, taking out the AT guns.
We have 200 points.
Still here, engaging the captured MG42. Looks like this was an MG42 bunker. It goes down. And Demolition charging this building multiple times.
Comrades, HQ is in serious peril.
Stag Hound deployed in the field. I disagree with that. I do think the Crom would be good. Churchill now deployed in the field. As much as I love seeing Churchills, don't think this be It is a hard counter to the Ostwind, and I think it's pretty good counter to the Panzer IV, so it probably is a good idea. Somehow bounce in the front of an Ostwind. Multiple Stews here. A lot of infantry here. Another Ostwind. Probably best go for some Panzer IVs now. With a single Churchill on the field, there could be an argument made to go for a Panther, just be a heavy AT option. A lot of manpower, so Knights Crossers would be nice, but Knights Crossers actually really do rely on veterancy to be more useful as well, like the Ostwind. Goliath advancing. Will the Churchill take it out? Going for the Churchill. Staghound finish it off. Stews are advancing, both at full health. We got an AT gun here, and something flying off in the distance. Guess this planet needs that stick needs its planet. This planet needed him. I butchered that joke well enough. Mortar half track here. Let's see, we got Panzer structures here. We do have all the structures meant for the Panthers, so we're probably going to see Panthers. Nice crossover's been deployed in the field. Boot trap here. Looks like he does avoid it. So the stat count is reasonable enough to fight against the Ostwind. I'm used to Computer's 2 Ostwinds, which has somewhat able to can defeat the light vehicles such as Greyhounds and Stag. Well, there's no Staghounds in that game, but Staghounds are probably similar weightage to Greyhounds, if not a little bit more. Double Panzer Panther. This has engine crit, so it has to be focused down all too quickly. Wehrmacht landmine here. Show other side? Sure. Right now, he has called in the off-map reinforcements since he lost his structure and had no units to field. So he brought in the Pioneers, Volksgrenadiers, and the Artillery Officer, which now he has access to Artillery Officer. Still engaging over here. Another Firestorm. Kangaroo and now advancing. So Tank Depot does get the cube started before the Supply Depot gets destroyed. I think he did that. I wonder if he rushed it. Stu takes some damage there. HQ is somewhat on fire. He does get buttoned. He does get taken out by the AT gun. Double Knights crossovers. It can throw double Panzer Faust, which probably won't be enough from the Kangaroo. And I think the Kangaroo can crush models. Maybe not. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. Yep, does crush a couple models there. Oh, here we do have Panthers here. It looks like some of them received engine crits. Mortar firing away. US HQ is down. So there's a motor pool lab in the supply depot. We do have a M3 half track for some odd reason. Kangaroo rotating around. Do now have a fresh MG42 bunker here. Allows teammate. Multiple landmines here. A lot of US landmines here. A big line of them. Goliath is advancing. I think the Goliath may have been intercepted.
Cowards attack our forward base.
He did have units nearby to spot the engineer laying down the landmine, so not evidence of map hack. He could have spotted that. Almost a short AT gun here.
Territory.
Tiger tank pursuing this infantry rifleman. Emergency 2 Tiger tank. Booby trap. Does explode. Rolls a miss there. Rifle squad moving around or back. Panthers being peppered up. Firefly and Kangaroo now advancing. I guess also now thinking about it, since he had Kangaroos available, he couldn't go for Cromwell to counter out the Ostwin. Another Firestorm summoned right here. He may do a hold stop order command to hit that Kangaroo a little bit more. The Firefly is going to be on fire. Panzerfaust 1 and 2 are firing. Kangaroo goes out of control. Panthers push forward. We got right now 3 Wehrmacht Panzerly Panthers. There's the 4th one. It's all falling back. We do have sector artillery in this sector. A landmine detonated there, which did splash the mortar half track, looks like. V1s can now be summoned. If he summons the exact right time, he can explode those units that are falling back, but he's out of munitions for it. Oh, gets him mobilizing from the AT gun. I hate it. I only played 4 hours of it on stream, and I absolutely hated it. Yep, and I haven't touched it since release. And whenever I see images from it later on, I always still see they're using placeholder icons for Company Heroes 2. It's also one reason why I don't care about Company Heroes 1 Definitive Edition. And probably won't be touching it. Show the Goliath. Right here? No, that's a Tiger. Don't see a Goliath. If you want mobile game, Dawn of War 3. Now that's a MOBA. Knight's Crossroads getting immolated. Throws stun grenade. Quite stunning and brave. And on fire. Throws another stun grenade. And does fall back. Oh, looks like that squad does get fully immolated. There is, of course, some landmines. Flamethrowers are always deceptive, I would say. Oh, he is using flamethrowers, so they may indeed be being cooked alive. Not to mention, there's been quite a bit of firestorms, so they're definitely getting cooked that way. I hope you'll like extra crispy. Ooh, multiple landmine detonations there. Wehrmacht Panther here. With all the Panzerly Panthers. The Wehrmacht Panther is not really necessary, but does give him priority control over it. That will eventually see AT gun gets decrewed. Over here, do have another Panther. Looks like it's going out of control, which crushed the captain. This seems like a good spot for a V1. V1's being summoned. Somewhere around here, I'm guessing. Just hope it doesn't hit the Panthers. British player realized, oh, V1's here. Ooh, that almost the Panthers. That almost the Panthers. What was that explosion again? Either way, we've got the Goliath rotating around. Let's see now. This area existing. HQ has been rebuilt. Training out something? That may have been the next phase for him. Now the Comp Craft Center being flown field, maybe for Veteran C3 tanks. Volksgrenadiers engaging the engineers. Flame engineers trying to repair up the HQ. Panther's trying to fall back. Knights Crossroads charging way forward, focusing on the Flamer Engineers. They're also Veteran C2. That was a nice little frag. Of course, retreats back to a spot where we can't get repairs or reinforcements. Factory forward, drop Panzer Track, repicked on up. More Brits push way forward. Does explode there.
Offensive propaganda campaign is ready for approval.
Logistics company. Oh, we got a Birkentiga. Nope, the Gruvalgen has been destroyed. Goliath right here. Is it camouflaged? I'm having a hard time telling if it's actually camouflaged or not. Yep, it is indeed camouflage. I just had to get very close. Close enough to pet it. It's a good boy. He's just been thrown on the bus the entire game, just kept on getting, he just kept playing, which is just annoying. I can understand being stubborn, but he was getting triple teamed pretty much the entirety of the game. Oh, looks like I got some US armor here. So we finally figured out what Dawson he's gone for. This US player also gone win for Airborne. Maybe some close rifles would be nice. I don't know at this point. He has just been screwed this entire game. Building some landmines there, very nice. We got a bunker here. The Axis players are down 150 down tickets. Allies nearly have a perfect game. Or at least when it comes to tickets. Sending powder from the British players probably a good idea versus all the Panthers he's been fighting against. Oh, this also gets recovered by the Birkentiga. Very nice. That's a Jeep, or that's a Panther carcass. True. Force him out of the game. And also pulls the rest of the team to defend him so he can catch the VPs in the meantime, but that sort of not panning out in the end, honestly. So now has been captured. Sending powder now online. Birkentiga. Oh. Got sector artillery there. Did it target the landmine or did it target the sappers that were there? That just seemed a weird shot from the sector artillery.
We are losing ground.
Carcass. Oh! Carcass got hit. Carcass got destroyed. But that rifleman squad got screwed over. That's not even in this sector here, but he exploded. He just got screwed. This US player has been chewed up quite a bit. And just things like that, that's not nice for him. Quadruple Knights Crossholders versus quadruple Piets. Firestorm in the retreat. Packs him up, retreats. Very nice. A couple guys do explode. It looks like this guy didn't properly retreat. Quadruple Panzerfaust. Redeploys. That is a fuel sector. No triage center for him to utilize. Wonder if it got destroyed. Calliope's ring shooting up this area. It does take out Pioneer. Got eventually 2 light vehicles, and of course eventually 2 tanks. Another sector artillery. Pioneer do get immolated.
Our allies are weak. They've lost the HQ.
HQ went down. Single Pioneer to start repairing it. A lot of work ahead of him. Fire tank eventually forward. Eventually 2 damage engine crit. 1 Calliope offline. 2 M10s straight forward. 80 guns for escort or cover. What was that? 17 pounder there. I looked like a flak 88 shot, honestly. Out of control. Sticky bomb connects on the Tiger tank. Bombing run. Takes the Pioneers, takes out one of the AT guns. AT guns falling back. He has some bunkers to help him out, but he has no another reinforcement group there. You should have this amount of munitions to start bringing in some artillery barrages. Recovering the Panther here. Never mind. Organtiga has been destroyed. He's fully immobilized thanks to landmines. Next humo shot may take it out. Next humo shot may take it out. Nope. This happens when you get over there. Point got scorched. Officer complete. Oh, we got an officer here. Supervising deployment of some Knights of Crossroads. This one needs reinforcements. 305 manpower. Income. Not too much. Actually, a decent amount on the field. Nice Crossroads are pretty population efficient. One person's back on the game. Got observation post completed. Another sector artillery in this sector, which may take out the Firefly. Next round should be dropping soon. Hull is down. Firefly goes down. No sector artillery shots in there. I could have sworn it wouldn't receive targeting there. Eventually one Oswin finds a PX squad, but oh, destroys a landmine with a stray shot, which is good. Another landmine is here though.
Gains the momentum on the field.
Goliath is advancing. Got multiple landmines here. They destroyed landmines. Definitely not cost efficient with munitions for munitions. Bullet per bullet. Another Goliath push way forward. Recapturing up this VP. Allies are just now below 400. Goliath rocket barrage running in, hitting the Pack 38. Someone back out of the game. Looks like it is Red US player back out of the game. I do not blame them. He was justified in backing out a long time ago. V1 has been summoned. I'm guessing somewhere around here. Allied war machine now active. Does get that one recovered. Fly-P rocket barrage ring on in. M3 peppering up the Oberstraßen. Calliope rocket barrage takes out some more pioneers. HQ not repaired, and it's may want to hold on that barrage until you guys get the barrage or reinforcing until the barrage subsides. Flamer Pioneer dies. The AI is just going to not be able to do much anymore. Sector artillery in this sector. Churchill AVRE deployed in the field. Very nice. I like seeing this. That would haul down the Churchill AVRE. I don't know if that's super useful. Well, let's see. And if you pull the rest of your team... Okay, never mind. You already said... I already looked at that. Resecures up the pack. Of course, got the pack. This gun's almost fully destroyed as well. Does not destroy the gun. The trap's been triggered.
The enemy has 300 points.
Calliope rocket barrage raining in down here. Of course, got all these Panzer Grenadiers here. Looks like some of them are being crushed a little. Panzerfaust takes to the barracks. Very nice. Of course, got the AVRE here. Decides not to throw Panzerfaust into AVRE, even it's one shot away from death. Sector artillery in this sector, but the first round ran scatters wide. It does not hit the AVRE. Missed the AVRE once again, trying to salvage the Tiger tank. It almost feels like this player also got replaced by an AI at one point in time. Calliope rocket barrage ring on in. Triple Hummels rotating around. Best way to keep this area secured from a AI repairing up the HQ would be you probably reinforces from this spot here, deploy a short barrel Panzer IV, haul it down, and just let it pepper away. Looks like 80 grenades were used against the structure. Capture in favor of the Axis players. It is a double capture. Wait, okay, that's yellow, that's orange. Sorry, I got a bit confused. Like, corner of my eye, that looked the same color to me. Ugh. Tiger tank getting some good rounds onto this Calliope. Range a little bit short or wide. King Tiger persuade forward. No longer Tiger tank until this HQ gets repaired. Panzerfaust firing. Takes out one of the M10s. Fun fact, the King Tiger weighs as much as the modern Leopard 2. Probably before any of the up armor packages. But this is like a 68-ton tank, which matches similar modern-day main battle tanks. It's actually heavier than the Abrams tank, who's what, 60-ton? Even with all the upgraded packages? Probably without the up-armored packages. Just to give you a reference of how heavy the Tiger tank actually is. Allied field repair activated, and looks like the allies have resigned. This Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. Allied take over the W. Makes me wonder if one of these players actually was also not there. Either way, this Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. Oops. And let's finish off with 2v2. Oh, it looks like I downloaded your replay twice. I'll just delete that one. 1G faction. I thought the armor on the King Tiger would be thicker, so heavy than the Leopard 1. It's because modern armor is different. Not to mention, World War II German tanks had relatively poor quality steel due to late war efforts. Composite armor is one of the big things that are different, where it's a composite material, effectively able to withstand, be far more effective. Plus, it's more, all the weight is focused around the turret. And a lot of modern armor does skimp out on hull armor because the studies have shown that tanks get mostly hit in the turret or on the hull because it's generally more exposed. So a lot of countries focus their armor on the hull, which is like I said, because it's more important. But yeah. Modern armor is more effective, if you want also a good reference point, War Thunder, but the tanks are, the material has changed, to say the least. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the north side as the US force, we got White Star Line. Spawn as the British ally, we got Run Into My Skills. On the south side as the Wehrmacht player, got Limits Security Systems, not with a Y. As well as this Hansley player, got Radio Doken. Other things as well, a lot of design concepts change with modern armor, but even they keep the same size. The turret size is bigger, the turrets are larger. Hulls are, I think, relatively the same width. Well, but I think tanks are overall live on the shorter side, because the Sherman tank was a relatively tall tank. Also in comparison as well, the hull-mounted machine gun meant for like the driver or the radio operator has completely gone away. That no longer exists in modern tanks. While the coaxial still remains, as well as the pinto mounts in various degrees. First, I think mass-produced glass cannons are cheap produced and win quality over quantity in modern tanks. It all depends. For example, US armor doctrine design is different than German armor doctrine, which is different than Russian and Japanese. If you want a bit more glass cannon, Type 10s, the Japanese modern Type 10s, more fits that approach. US have to do everything since it has to go overseas, while Russian and German armor are meant for all-out brawl. True, the Sherman tank is considered the best tank of World War II, though my favorite tank is probably the Panzer III, while T-34-76 is a tank that works enough to get the job done. It was a good logistics and design solution, not necessarily a good armor design. But I can't say it was not a bad tank. But Russian engineering is hard to gauge quality control on, because quality control on that was just more of a, if it runs, it's good enough. Engineers are falling back, Rice Squad are being peppered up. Though I am curious, for those who try to compare the US Sherman to the T-34s, the Korean War is actually a good example of whether or not, if the Cold War, if the World War II was extended, at least when it comes equipment-wise, because the Korean War was basically extension of World War II equipment. The US was using Sherman tanks and Pershings, the North Koreans and Chinese were using T-34s, and of course,
Enemy unit down.
other Russian stuff. Weaponry was still Mosin Nagants versus N1 Garens. This is before the AK-47. The US more modern weapon was the M2 carbine. But yep. My favorite tank is the Bob Simple. Yep, I know what it is. Clearly the best tank ever in human history. To only be rivaled by the Odessa tank. Let's go for our squad, move around. Panzer Grenadiers are here. This one's inside the garrison. This one is advancing to point blank range to the rifle squad. Nope, was trying to get in the garrison themselves, tagging it out. The Hetzer does have a periscope MG, so it does have a 360 MG with a periscope, which does reflect more modern MGs. Of course, modern MGs probably do better rather than periscope. It's just digital. The Hetzer tank destroyer was a good tank because it follows similar design construction as a Stug. Self-propelled gun, not super great armor, but just okay enough. But the Hetzer could be penned by 50 cals from the side.
Enemy unit down.
Panzer IV could actually be penned by 50 cals from the side as well. In the lower, in the wheel well. But then again, the 50 cal was just generally a very good machine gun. Schimwagen and 250 half track firing away. MG bunker going on up. Scope our squad used to bully as a marksman there. Just beside the garrison. These guys are taking some damage. Honestly, when it comes to more modern armor design, I play a bit too much War Thunder. I've been enjoying all the high-tech wheeled vehicles, like the Type 16, as well as the Italian or the Spanish Centauro. I don't know why high-tech wheeled vehicles just seem awesome to me. The Japanese Type 16 is a pretty good concept. It's designed for defense because it's a wheel design meant to use Japanese improved infrastructure to move around. Alright, I'll sort of focus on it. We've got the Scoparov squad falling back. Our squad getting finds good cover. Flame Engineers, or Flame Pioneers, trying to emulate the medic station, who's taking some damage there. Flamer Pioneer does explode, and he's going to repair it up, which will prevent it from burning down from the Flamer Pioneer. 250 half-track engaged at point-blank range. No sticky bombs to the US player. He managed to get Veteran C1. Panzer Grenadiers and Volks Grenadiers straightforward. Nope. Heard something explode. Maybe something around here. Not sure. These guys are heading him back. Kenigrad here. Looks like that does have Tank Hunters selected. Down south, got Volks Grenadiers and Sniper. Sniper just trying to pick away against the Brens. Of course, it's a little bit hit or miss. But then again, that's this game in general. You gotta hit a unit or you miss a unit. There's no in between. Scope off squad pursuing. Engineers do get suppressed down. Medic station's up. Looks like the medics themselves are down. Do have the 250 half track here.
Light vehicles may now advance and capture territory.
Looks like the Calliope line selected by the US player. Let's go for squad there. Left hand heading down south. Folks here. Brand's only dropped one model. Scope Heart Squad falls back. Oh, we do have the Jeep decaption point. That will alert what doctrine this player's gone for. Efficiency 1 versus unvetted, but looks like it's... Oh, that symbol of that name Shimbar is to cover up the health bar. Was it trying to become a sensor bar? Ooh, there was a landmine there. Nice landmine. I did not see that. Supply yard built. I hear some artillery ran in. Officer artillery? I am not sure where the artillery is coming from. Is there a 25 pounder on the map? Yes, there is. Exploding this region. Rains of mist there. Around here, here, and here. So these guys may be an arc. Depends where it scatters.
We're losing ground out there.
That was pretty close. Over here, got these guys push forward. Scope of squad engaging the Pancheck squad. Scope of squad gets suppressed. May need retreat. Use support truck may get fully destroyed here. P8 squad straight forward. Chrysler TV8. I'm not familiar with that one. Was it the early Abrams?
Lost a Jeep out there.
Jeep has gone down. The field support truck is getting immolated.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, this one down there gets probably peppered down by the Brens. Scope up squad straight forward. Bars are here. That was a good option. It's it's a modified hull from the Panzer 38T, which was a very good early war tank.
The whole war machine is ready to support our push.
And a good cheap tank destroyer. Though, if I was in real life, if I had a crew one, I would hate it because not much crew comfort there. And I think you have to squeeze 4 people inside of it, even in line. And of course, it's not a girl as Panzers.
Construction detail, our work is done here. Objective secured. Keep those rifles ready.
Bren squad probably needs to get out. Sniper, Skulls of Trench, very good. Retreats on back. It possibly could get wiped out here. The tree path is good pathing.
Objective secured. Rifle squad defending.
Bars push way forward. These squads advancing. Gets a good shot there. Peningrad gets peppered up a little bit, but rolls a bunch of misses there. We do have, looks like a tank bus in the back of it. Does take some hits there. Destroys the tank trap, which actually did draw some fire there. And a number of guys just got immolated in the back of the flamethrower, partially cleared it out. And we've got multiple Panchers pushed forward. He has gone for Tank Hunter, so eventually we'll get 3-man, or 2 Panzer truck, Panzer Grenadiers.
Losing ground out there.
Double sniper straight forward. It looks like the field support truck has been repaired, but no being unrepaired. Captain gets hit twice, so now he has access to the armor command truck. Scope of squad trying to hit those snipers. And the squad will probably fall back. There goes the field support truck. And Panchek's going to fall back. One may get wiped on out. One does get wiped on out. He does drop a Panzer truck. I heard that's a pretty good item to pick up with your officers. Lieutenant has picked it up. Artillery raining on in. Captain Curring Station needs to heal up some guys. Yep. Captain's hardly alive. That's what happens if you don't duck.
Goddamn GI. Engineer squad ready, sir. Way to go, engineers. New recruits in. We're back to full strength.
Engineers forward here. Of course, got gunner British units here. Rifle squad gets reinforced. Looks like I already have full health now.
We're losing ground out there.
Engineers emulating this Panzer Grenadier. Well, this Panzer player doesn't have too much in the field. He's going for a lot of mounted play, but sort of having trouble. The flamethrower has been very effective against them. Landmine does get interrupted. Kaliningrad here does find a US landmine. And we got Captain Sprint. Corey does the marksman there.
GI's on me.
Some of you ought to see Brits more often if AT all is the building medic stations where a lot of fighting occurs at their command ship because you be OP. Sorry, I'm misreading that. If at all, not AT. My mind is melted. I read that as AT as an anti-tank. Oh. Is the building medic station is where a lot of air fighting occurs rather than the command truck? Because that would be P. Oh, the forward healing is nice, but the structure is expensive. It's something I like doing campaign for the forward healing, but it is expensive, so it's not exactly feasible. Though extra medic stations will result in more casualty recovery. And you can see here, it's building the back so it stays safe. It's not exactly resilient. I think they can build multiple. In a Company of Heroes, a lot of buildings you can build multiple of, and I actually sometimes build multiple of a single build structure sometimes. Stu here buttons it immediately. Pietz. Many hits into it. Panstrek, I think, rolls a miss, and US ATCOM follows up and finished it off. I don't think that Stu even got a single shot off. Looks like one of the players made it back to the game. And looks like both players back to the game. Losing that shoe was probably a bit of a game-ending move for them.
Reserves are holding the plant.
And that is the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I go to the start of the next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me a moment. I'm back. Let's see. That was a short win. And let's just try to finish off a good game. could do this one here. Just finish off a 1v1. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Comp Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the right side as the Panzer Force. We got Lucifer, I think. Spawned as the US Force. We got beef steak, which is a pretty good flavor of steak. Flavor of steak? What the hell is that? What did I just say? Multiple engineers to be put on field. Has anybody ever said a flavor of steak would refer to beef or as opposed to other animal steaks? Sorry, that just sounds so stupid in my mind now the more I think about it. Engineers. Looks like Panzer Grenadiers be upgrade of G43s. Another Panzer Grenadier on the build queue.
We are upgraded and ready for action.
Oh, 4th engineer on the field. So we got quadruple engineer. Barracks. He's going for 5th engineer? So we got quadruple engineer into no barracks. This is interesting. Oh, engineers do retreat on back. Catch this safe munitions, retreats on back. Panzer Grenadiers heading up north. This engineer can't do much versus that. This one's falling back as well. He's going to power build a barracks. Engineers get powered up. I would say a lot of patching out exploits will probably be most needed in that game, but I have no faith in Relic anymore. Barracks is built. That seems pretty quick. All 2 engineers does make it build pretty quick. Going for something. Probably a squad of rifleman squad. I don't think Jeep would be a good idea. It's way too late to get out Jeep. He needs a standard frontline unit because right now there's already 4 Panzer Grenadiers on the field.
Secured the target.
North part of the map has not been touched just yet, and we do have a rifle squad on the field. It is just it looked like in short to me, based on what I've seen by developed notes, it's going to be a simple HD retouch for most aspects. They are not planning to do any more expansion, so it's probably based on source code, not some sort of import into a newer version of the engine. So I don't expect much from the game. Panzer Grenadiers moving around. Yeah. They had Age of Empires 4 when they worked on that. It had a bit of a middling reception, but it has greatly improved. But overall, it was a good release. But before that was Dawn of War 3, which just was crap. Relic's on a losing streak right now. Hence why probably they had to depart from Sega. Sega probably wants nothing to do with them. Oh, got the 4 engineers in the rifle squad up north, catching up all these sectors. Got another rifle squad here.
Target, go ahead. Ready for mission orders.
Yep. Though I could understand maybe it's to some degree since they keep on upgrading and using their engine. The engine's good, particularly with Age of Empires 4. they've done a lot of good upgrades to the engine, so I can see somewhat trying to keep the source code quiet since they don't want the engine to leak. But even then, yeah. I don't know what this US player doing. Is retreating back everything? Or on this... Nope, everything? What is the US player even doing? We do have now, of course, the Comp Groove Company going on up. He has quite a bit of fuel. Kaliningrad decaptures that point, but that is not a cutoff sector since the strategic point is also captured. Panzer Grenadiers a nice little fire line. Does prevent the landmine from being built. No doctrine selected just yet. I don't like AoE 4 or AoE 3. AoE 2 in its isometric view is always true. AoE. Age of Mythology was the first one they did, and that was pretty good. Age of Empires 3 did change a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong, so I can understand why people don't necessarily like it. But overall, Age of Empire 3 was pretty good. Age of Empire 4 was more returned to form and more of Age of Empires 2 side, and I think they did a pretty good job of that. Because a lot of things in Age of Empires 2 did not hold up very well, at least when it comes to game balance-wise. Our squad's starting to fall back. So the engine for Age of Empires 3 was not super great and had a large number of lag spike issues and lag issues. Very not responsive. For a lot of things when it comes to Age of Empires 2 don't really like is how the fact that attack animations do not sync up with damage dealt. And that seemed like a bit more of a Definitive Edition thing where they just don't, they never tried syncing the attack animations with the damage, which just is horrible.
Grenadiers ready. Squad is gathered and ready.
Anti-tank outbreak ready for orders. You need us, sir?
Early light to abstract must be concerned about a motor pool, but he does not realize how far ahead he's in fuel at the moment. Let's go for Triage Center. This US player has not been standing his ground or fighting for anything. At this rate, the US player needs to go for infantry and get out some rangers for bazookas. He can't even afford a motor pool like at this rate.
Ready for mission orders.
Short barrel Panzer IV right now would be excellent. And again, when have I never said that? I have not said that. Multiple flame engineers push way forward. The US player is blobbing his way forward. Mortar half tracks, short bird Panzer IVs will both be excellent. 2s can do some good work, but they of course a little bit more softer. Mortar half track, very nice. Landmine. Huh, when did the US player get a landmine there?
We are losing ground.
Does he have base healing yet? No base healing, has not been taking enough engagements actually even warranted, honestly.
Ready for combat mission.
Light 8 half track picking away against the
We are
rifleman.
losing a sector.
Welcome to our Schützentrupp, Grenadiers.
Attention. The enemy advances. Our supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
More rain a little bit in between. Good hit there. Whenever I see a US player relying on infantry all game, I always make a Panzer IV SPE. Just eats the sticky bomb. When it comes to armor scores, I think it increased the bounce rate of all things rather than damage received. And waste US munitions, which is lovely. And I can repair it in 15 seconds. When it also, if US goes for infantry, the armor skirts also does provide damage reduction versus recoilless rifles and bazookas. Can't remember if it reduces damage received by 50% or 66. Either way, basically doubles its health.
Grenadiers, ready.
AT guns are simple enough to play around with. They're usually here and there. And so long as you have supporting units to spot it, you should be fine.
Send your mission orders.
We're standing by.
Jaeger Command is now available to aid our worthy cause.
Your command says looks like it's going for all the structure. It says it's going to strike for Panthers, which is not needed.
Squad has secured the victory point.
Anti-tank telemines are ready, meine Kampftruppen.
Telemines can be very nice, but not really needed at the moment. Do you have a supply order going on up?
Enemy is attacking a
I say when you use a P4 to kill Hellcats, you can get them the rear armor and charge AT guns if you think they're safe enough. But let me tell you, M10s just shred them to pieces. Well, M10s are they have a bit more reliable gun, even if it's a little bit buggy when it comes to penetration. Does explode a little bit there.
Our support command abilities have been upgraded.
Just don't go for Panthers. You don't need Panthers. You're fighting against infantry, go for anti-infantry. Handstruck upgrade, he is going for Panthers. Does spot the landmine, which he could use it to explode his Kettengrad. Force rifles. More landmines.
Order ready for Kampfauftrag.
Kampfgruppe Leer is losing a munitions depot to the enemy.
We'll destroy the landmine now.
Kampfgruppe Company has
Honestly, he probably doesn't have the P4. He has the Hotchkiss instead selected. Yeah, that would be reasonable enough. Hotchkiss is, of course, not as effective as Panzer IV against infantry, but of course you do get the work from half-track upgrade, which is more of an anti-Brit tool, honestly. I can see that being a... I think that's better for team games, rather than being a item useful in 1v1s. Because in 1v1s, you have more half-tracks to start hitting the individual emplacements. Panther has been activated, low so the Panzer League player just going straight for Panthers. What Panzer League player should do is deploy Panthers up here and attack his opponent's base directly and go for annihilation victory.
We await your orders.
Panthers now being deployed on the field.
We are losing territory.
Units push way forward, hitting the Panzer Grenadiers. I think if you're going for team games, you just play Scorch Earth and get Hummels for Brits. True enough. Scorch Hummels are excellent versus Brits, assuming they go for mass emplacements or for blobs, which that's basically the entirety of Brits. Rarely receive light vehicle play or... Oop, landmine does wipe it out there. A landmine he did sweep. Anti-infantry, Panthers for anti-tank, and your bases are covered. I think a lot of players play PE loser games because they rely on the Panzergrens as anti-infantry, but they don't cut it if you lose all your manpower. True. It feels like a lot of Panzer League players, they don't use the full kit. Primarily the Panzer Support Command. Primarily Panzer Support Command, basically. Logistics company is occasionally seen, but a lot of this stuff's not super strong. And for Tank Hunter, you could go from Nation's half tracks, so you can start pumping out those abilities.
Achtung, enemy forces are attacking our petrol depot.
Light ATF track here. And people think Panther's a fix-all solution when they have really struggled against infantry, and crushing isn't very reliable. Especially versus US sticky bombs. Sure, it expends a lot of munitions, but it's pretty effective to take out a lot of manpower. Recoil rifles push right forward.
The enemy has managed to eliminate a half-track.
Those whose light ATF track.
Comfortable have upgraded defensive operations.
Does take some good hits there. Fires it up. Mortar half track has cast incendiary grenade. Both the catching clearing station not going down. With Panther's rear arms exposed, airborne squad should focus it down. AT gun hits the rear armor. And the Panzer player is just losing stuff away. Guess your Panzer player really did not want to win.
The enemy has managed to eliminate the half-track. The enemy is seizing our territory.
Panzer Grenadiers getting some good work done. Constant reinforcements from the airborne squads keep them healthy. Decides to fall back.
Squad ready.
Panther does need some repairs. We do have the advanced repair upgrade.
Form up.
As Grenadiers, of course, need to split up, get some repairs.
Awaiting command.
Of course, he has gone for Tank Hunter,
The objective is ours.
which we heard the teller mine. Not sure why he went for Tank Hunter. I'm really struggling to figure out why he went to Tank Hunter. Because he's fighting against...
With advanced repair
He only
capability.
saw things all as mass infantry. He had superior field control, so I think this is complete misread. The other doctrines just offer more anti-infantry. Don't go for the Hetzer. You have Panthers. A single Hetzer costs 600 manpower versus a Panther who has effective manpower cost of 500. So don't go with the Hetzers. You have Panthers. Now splitting up the units, capture both those VPs. You can get triple capture favor and start closing out the game. Panzer player is going for mass 2-2s now, when right now short-barreled Panzer 4s, in my opinion, are better. The Tank Hunter has basically nothing to help him out fighting against airborne. Telemines may get an occasional AT gun, that's it. You don't need the Yag Panther. You don't need the armor piercing grounds. You don't need the Hetzer.
The enemy is attacking a petrol depot.
I think he did go for... I think he did select Tank Hunter before he saw what doctrines opponent's gone for. Hetzers would be a good option if he didn't go straight for Panthers. Like, Hetzers is something you can go for, is like logistics company, the short Panzer Support Command go for short barrel Panzer 4s. As a more armored alternative to the Martyr. Does suppress down the airborne squad. I suppose the 2-2s are resilient to recoilless rifles by just having low accuracy rate.
Stand by for target. We lost a crew member. Ready for orders.
Panther needs some repairs. These guys are idle up north.
Ready to move into action.
There, drop AT gun.
Schützenturm ready.
Blobby US infantry. Goliath and Pan's elite mines would be good against this blob. So munitions half track is actually good in this situation, though he doesn't have the munitions for it.
We are losing territory. Your capturing speed has increased.
4-man squads would be very nice as well.
Was ist los?
2 2-2s are on the field.
Eagle, ready for action. The point has been secured. Was ist los?
We are losing a sector.
Ready to respond.
Does suppress on the airborne squad, fire it up and run away. Fires up and runs to his opponent. Black routing someone in the region.
The enemy's advances on our victory points.
Black Irving peppered it up. Yep, it's the US player is definitely blobbing up. Right now the Penn State player is a little bit blobby here, but he's just outside his own base. He said either believe short-barreled transports don't do AT damage. I did. It's the. I said that it gives damage reduction against shaped charges. I'm pretty sure it reduces damage received from P-hits by 50%, not 10%. So it only reduces damage by 10%? I thought the wiki said it was like 50%. Something quite high. Or are you talking about the... Oh, I think you're talking about the Wehrmacht Panzer IVs. Because I've been told the Wehrmacht Panzer IVs and the Panzer Elite short-barreled Panzer IVs armored skirts are different. There's a difference between the two.
Incoming radio transmission. Target is secure. Infantry, watch for Vincent Road.
There's also the Company Heroes 2 Panthers armored skirts is actually just did nothing, just completely visual. Pulse rifles did connect with the E2 there, gets +1 defense efficiency, got fires it up with these airborne troops now. Does get a hit there, so he's getting some good hits. It's also getting peppered up by the small arms fire. Against blobs, 2-2s are vulnerable versus blobs. Another reason why I say go for short-barreled Panzer IVs. If I remember correctly as well, the satchel charges have a higher bounce rate from sticky bombs and the Pershing. I believe I said PE reduces AT, except P-hits are 100% normal damage, but reduces tank and artillery by 10%. Okay, got it. So it does affect other things. They did take those units did take a bit of damage here, but remember as well, 2-2s are vulnerable to the small arms, such as just the rifle fire. And a good number of those recoilless rifles did connect there.
We are losing a sector.
Does get a good strafing run there. We got a telemine here that got strafed a little bit. They'll receive some damage, but however, that's anti-tank. Of course, can't explode on AT guns. There's this one. Oh, blew up his own telemine there, which did get a good amount of damage done, but did lose the Panther entirely.
Our brave infantry can now double their efforts against enemy tanks.
Yeah.
Well, he can now cast a double AT grenade and double Panzerschreck, which is not useful right now. We do have a Vampire here, but I do think the munitions half-track would be better than the Vampire. The Vampire is a little bit buggy, where it just saps all sectors income.
First level veterancy achieved. Taking army fire.
It doesn't just sap a single sector, like saps like all sectors income. It's like something disproportionate.
The Americans are
Kaliningrad does see
capturing
an
a
engine
sector.
crit.
Our comrades report the enemy has destroyed a vehicle.
Kaliningrad has gone down. Best use Bergen Tiga to get that recovered. T2's push forward, hitting the rifleman.
Achtung, enemy forces are attacking our petrol depot.
It does sap all of that, but also I think it's like it like reduces the opponent's income by about like half. It's something ridiculously high. Not necessarily receive, but it prevents income. It's something weird about it, to say the least. The suppressor drops both for Corliss rifles. Is that a good or bad thing? Oh, the Panzer player can pick them up if he so choose. Alive here. He's going to try to camouflage right there.
Engine block is hit.
2-2 there, gets an engine crit. STGs is probably a good idea if your opponent's going to try to just blob the 2-2. Because it did go down there, both mixed small arms and their Corliss rifles. Panzer Grenadiers are falling back. He needs a 4-man squad upgrade. But one way to stop the blobs from charging forward like that is to get 4-man STG squads. Kaliningrad here and 2-2. There's no level of defense. Or low level of veterancy was probably going to go for defense. I think because the resource is shared in the team game, so it's also affect the US players because the first sector captured is the British HQ. True. I'm pretty sure that the Vampire can be placed in any part of the map. You can see here right now the Panzer players are 32-32. I can probably switch between players.
We are at 300 points.
And right now the US players are 35-16. And right now he gets plus 10. Let's see, for munitions, let's just count that. You get plus 10, plus 10, plus 16. So that is 36, 41. And what the base income is 0 for munitions. So he is siphoning off 6 of it, even though it's on a fuel sector. And of course for fuel, he's at plus 16 at the moment, which he right now is receiving plus 10, that's 20. Your base income was what, 5 or 10? If it's 30, then he's losing pretty much half of it. Of course, if it's 2v2 or 3v3, it of course reduces all the players' income disproportionately. The Vampire, if it was reasonable, it would only steal the, let's say, this plus 10. Maybe get an inflated amount in return, like if it was locked down. You should go for the ammo is way more important than the air doctrine? Probably. You can see it moved around. It's not going to set him up, so right now he's up to 38.54. Now established. And munitions to come, that still seems the same. Fuel's at 16, or it did go up. Maybe it did go down a little bit there.
We can airdrop resources enemy is now after our victory point.
Let's see. Can place any map, the way Vampire works, it will drain resources and transfer only to the sector it's in, but all sectors that were captured prior to that sector get. Oh. That sounds a little bit buggy. It's like,
We have a threat to our victory point.
so if it gets placed in HQ stuff, you steal all the. Yeah, that is not very intuitive. We do have a Goliath got deployed out over here. Yeah, I suppose it is possible to sneak around here, but it'd be difficult because we in vision range. Right now, he sees all of this. Goliath's moving around.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
Good number of Panzergrenadiers here. We do have.
Objective
I
secure.
hear. Oh yeah, I hear the Goliath right there. Difficult to see that when it's camouflaged. I just hear it's humming. Yeah, I think if the Vampire were to receive a rework, it only seals that sector's income, but provide a lockdown sector's improved income return, if that makes any poor sense. But then again, the Vampire probably needs a cost reduction for that rate, equal to a cache or observation post. Executors pushing forward, STG squad firing away. He does have the 4-man squad upgrade, very nice. Now the, yep, 2-2's staying alive. 30 cal secured from one of the supply drops and receive a pretty good mortar hit there. So this mortar is pretty good. Oh. That was a strafing run, which got perhaps some good amount of damage done. I was too busy looking at the mortar and the flashing aircraft. Problem is, if you capture the opponent's first sector like the one the Vampires is on, it won't count as a first sector capture anymore. So it won't have all the other values. Like this here. Oh nope, it's on this sector.
The enemy is down to 200 points. Enemy unit down.
Oh, Kaliningrad has gone down. Best use Broken Tiga to get that recovered. Goliath here did not get spotted. How about this? You decap the entire map, but this sector, and then lock down this sector. Assuming it works if it's in supply or not in supply, I'm not sure. Sherman tank now deployed in the field, going for a 50 cal. Supply dropping in.
Sergeant, get an MG on the roof of this tin can. It's time to shred some crowds. I got a bad feeling about this, Sarge. Squad, reinforced. Taking fire.
Airborne ready.
Sectors are pushing way forward. Does get a good hit on the rifle squad. 2-2 firing away. Rifle squad falls on back. 2-2's has a nice firing galley in front of him, but got the Sherman tank here causing issues now. Actually, 2-2 takes some damage there. The 2-2's falling on back. Now we've got 2 more 2-2's advancing, so we've got 4 2-2's.
Enemy unit.
Or now 5 2-2's. Make that 4 2-2's. Ooh, that Goliath. I forgot that Goliath was there. Airborne squad dropping in. Let's see, the US player has now
Tactical
4
air support is
airbornes,
asking for
2
some
rifle squads. Lucy lost the engineer squad. The only problem is the vampires can be very strong, but if your opponent checks the resources, they realize what's up and will find the vampire. Yep. Aircraft got shot down, I think, by the 2-2. 1 tank destroyed.
We're losing ground out there.
One nice thing about 2-2s, I guess, is the fact they can shoot down aircraft against airborne.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Incendiary mortar barrage.
They're going after a fuel point. One of ours. Enemy unit taking casualties.
Was that another Goliath there? Oh yeah, there was another Goliath in this region. Wow, this Pensley players' Goliaths are on point. We got a bombing run. Kenigrad has gone down. Best use of Burgundy to get that covered. Oh wait, the carcass is fully destroyed. You monster. That was a bit overkill. Guess he's really desperate on VPs. Oh, yes, camouflage scouts are very strong, to say the least. Hence why I think one of the best, most powerful aspects of the Luftwaffe ground forces for Panzer Elite is camouflage Kenigrads. I think that's it is its most powerful doctrinal ability in that doctrine. I do rate scouting very powerful when it comes to doctrinal abilities. More supply drops. Are these forces before? It's also possible the PE went for Tank Hunter to get tank awareness perk, which makes the Vampire easier to spot vehicles in fog of war, but they don't, which they don't by default. I suppose that makes sense if there were tanks.
Airborne has hit the field.
Does AT guns count as vehicles in fog of war?
We got contact.
Because I would assume it as an infantry unit, but it is a lot of aspects is classified as a tank, like telemines could trigger onto them. Or 2-2s advance the way forward, or 2 times 2 2-2s. ET gun counts as infantry. Got it. I'm always never know when it's ever considered a vehicle, when it's ever considered an infantry unit, because it gets AT guns get affected by light vehicle versus from Wehrmacht. They get affected by telemines by exploding, or they occasionally can get repaired by allied field repair from armor. But a lot of stuff just gets classified as infantry. Like, it really does mix it way too much. Proposed Rapid Special 4 does dodge that shot there. A bit of immolation on these airborne squads. Does he got one of these 2-2s there for repulsed rifles. Does not wipe out the squad there. Does get one hit there. Small arms will probably finish off, or another repulsed rifle. Section 2 on this airborne squad fires through the vehicle. Does go down there. Bridge is not taking damage. This bridge is an invulnerable variant. And chasing down this 2-2 has much to 1. You think the gun itself is actually the vehicle, but it's since operated by infantry counts overall as an infantry unit when it comes to damage calculation. But for tank awareness, if the gun itself counts as a vehicle, wouldn't it detect the gun itself? Which is probably why AT guns are hard to hit with tanks, because they aren't really a vehicle. When it comes to these computers too, it's usually target size when it comes to AT guns. Black 88s rip apart AT guns. Because it's usually by target size. Like, if its target size is small, it will probably have trouble being hit. But of course, it's putting computers 2 logic in computers 1.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Paratroopers on point.
Goliath is revealed. Kenigrad here. Goliath's going to cast Explode.
Enemy unit reporting casualties.
There goes that entire airborne squad.
Airborne has hit the field. They have an MC on us. We're under attack.
does get this entire formation suppressed by a captured 30 cal. Very nice.
The enemy is down to 50.
Fires it up. Got the STG squad, G43 squad engaging it. Looks like the 30 cal does get fully destroyed. I think the gun was almost destroyed. And we got a bombing run on these Panzer Grenadiers, and he slammed the retreat button. No response. Does take out the G43 squad. Possibly. I think this Pensley player did his very good job of trying to lose the game. Because there's a lot of things I really disagree how he's playing it. Like going straight Panthers. Hellcat deployed in the field.
Losing ground out there.
Don't think there's any teller mines in the field.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Yeah, the US player is just sort of blobbing around. But he's getting lucky the fact that his opponent's not properly counting. The 2-2s are nice versus infantry, but they're more against small squads, not against blobs. Because even at that point, blobs, they're small arms which start ripping it apart. Short barrel Panzer IVs are just good against blobs because they just hurl explosives, which is far better than hurling insults.
Allies are down to 2.
Another pair of Panthers. And the Panzer player has so many resources. At this point in time,
Battle groups are now available to enter the
maybe
conflict.
building some Panzer Jaeger Command to get out more 2-2 queues.
Chaser, the enemy is stealing a victory point from beneath our noses.
Hellcats can go down very quickly. It's a fast cat, not a big cat. To be fair, the Panzer player has been doing a good job with his Goliaths. Wait, infantry. Mortar destroys the gun. Panther kills the tank. Or self-propelled gun. Panzer player does have double capture in his favor. Another good thing about short barrel Panzer IV in this case is you can simply deploy it next to each VP and keep it secure. Because kind of the Panzer players having trouble with defense.
Unique yacht punter can now be called to remote locations.
Can go. He did go with the Jagd Panther. I suppose you can try using destroy the buildings. Rock squads before they have repulsed rifles.
We must work together to defeat our enemy sergeant group available for the assignment.
Group Zeo, Veteran Sergeant, Incendiary Mortar.
We have the ability to deploy yacht hunter, heavy tank destroyer.
2-2s push forward. AT guns still exist at full health. Mortars are nailing the Panzer Grenadier. Ammunition for the US player. 140, 150. There's enough for a strafing run now. Goliath. Explodes. You can build a teller mine next to against the next to the M1AT gun, so if he tries to resecuring it, he will explode. Booby trapping weapons is a valid strategy.
Territory cut off from supply. Our front lines are collapsing.
I don't think these guys are particularly great with STGs hitting the AT gun like that. Decapture in this point, we'll give him a triple capture in his favor.
Supply lines are broken.
This
We have
here.
territory out of
I'm not sure where
supply.
the Jagd Panthers at the moment. It's hard to see the tiny little diamond on the map because it doesn't scale 4K resolution.
We're losing ground out there.
He went for the Jagd Panther, right? Right there. Yeah, that diamond's so hard to see. The diamond symbol just does not scale with 4K resolution like the cursor. You can see how small my cursor is, and you can see how small that diamond is. It's sometimes a good thing that the map doesn't allow you to destroy bridges. Depends on the map, because if you just focus on destroying the bridge, it just may result in automatic win on certain sides of the map. And then, of course, like I can say in Couple Years 2, Sitard Summer. And looks like the player does back the game. Whoop, does explode.
With only 100 points, the enemy must know he is doomed.
And that is the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Though now looking at the time, that shall be my last replay tonight, so everyone, thank you for